Alright, so I bring you the Airecho EST60 Bluetooth speaker. I'm just gonna say this thing's freaking awesome. It's $49.99. It's IP64, I believe, which means it is splash proof and dust proof, and it has drop resistance as well. This whole thing's covered in nice, really nice, durable feeling rubber. And this whole thing is a solar panel. It charges really good, actually. I tested it out. I've been playing around with this, and I'm absolutely in love with it. If it was IP68, I would call it the best Bluetooth outdoor speaker I've come across, because it is completely solar charging. It has good sound. Like, I have on the lowest volume completely possible right now, and it's still that loud. Like, that's the lowest volume setting I can get it. It has its own independent volume control right here. You press and hold, and then you hear a beep. It means it's the lowest. It's kind of mute mode.
This is a preview file.
And there you go. And if you just keep pressing and holding plus, and it'll just keep going up. And it gets really loud. I really loud. I actually spent a day rolling around with my hiking backpack with this in the bottom. I took my shoes out. Of course, I was wearing them. I threw this in my backpack and was just cruising with this, and it was just playing music in my backpack. They rate it for 10 or 30 hours of playtime, or something like that. Like, it's insanely long, and it says 30 minutes for every 10 minutes of solar charging, and it has like an all-day play guarantee. Like, the battery in this thing is huge. You can check the specs out, of course, on the YouTube profile, but it is a 2500 milliamp battery in there, and the discharge rate though is super small. And if you're outdoors and this is charging, like, there's enough. Like, even when it was overcast the other day, I had it outside playing music. I was just, instead of being in my office, I had to go outside and get some fresh air and do it that way. And it was charging while playing my music. It was just sitting there on a bench. This light turns green when it's solar charging, or charging in general, actually. But so let's get into it real fast. So on the back side here, you have a pretty nice rubber seal. This is why it's splash proof, as well. You have auxiliary in. You can actually plug anything you want into it. That just makes it even cooler, right? There's a micro USB charger. It says a DC 5 volt. So that's the standard 2.5 amp, I do believe, charging. I got a crap ton of those because I got a bunch of I keep getting Samsung phones and LG phones and stuff, and they all come with that. But so you got a dedicated call button here, so you can actually use this to make phone calls. There's a microphone on here and everything. It's right here. So you can just press and hold this, and it'll redial. I'll call your last contact. Or if somebody calls you can just press it, and it'll answer the call. Of course, you have power on. You press and hold, go on Bluetooth pairing, blah 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 blah. Press and hold for volume up and down. If you click these once, it goes to the next song, or previous song, next song. Just one press to skip, so you can just walk over and quick press, which is very different from most speakers I've come across. They all want you to press and hold for a second to skip, and they want you to press once for volume. I'd prefer to walk over and just quickly press it to change to the next song, and then keep playing and doing whatever I'm doing outdoors, or reach my backpack and just press the button and switch to the next song. That's just a lot better, a lot easier, a lot quicker. But the thing actually has something really cool. It's actually got a built-in. This right here is a built-in flashlight, and you press and hold 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. How did I turn it on before? I did it by accident. I didn't realize it had a flashlight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's right. Yeah, duh. It's double press. Sorry, my battery charger, my 10,000 milliamp charger. That thing has a press hold. This one is double press. 2 on, 2 off, and so it's got a flashlight built in. It's actually pretty bright. Let's see if I can turn off some of the lights here. Right. Then it's got strobe, and then it's also got built-in SOS flashing capabilities. So not only is this thing water resistant, splash water resistant, and solar charging, so you'll never, it pretty much won't ever die of battery if you leave it outside. And if you even have it in a slightly shaded area where it can still get just a tad bit of sun but not be hit by rain and stuff, or it'll get some rain on it, as long as it's not being soaked and submerged, it's not going to have a problem. I've already ran it through water just to see how good it was. Wanted to test it, and I just ran it under the faucet for a minute, just back and forth like this, and it still worked. They suggest waiting for it to dry before continued use, but I had it playing, and I just right under the faucet, and then under the faucet, then under the faucet, and then under the faucet, and never stopped playing. I just shook it out while I was playing, and it kept going fine. I dig it. I think it's pretty cool. The Bluetooth works great on it when it's hooked to my phone. Right now I'm connected to the computer, of course, and man, I got some really, really shoddy Bluetooth on my computer. It does not connect very well with stuff. But yeah, that is your awesome outdoor solar charging, 10+ hour playback, non-stop all day long music machine with built-in flashlight, SOS, and strobe. So you can either do party mode, safety mode, or help mode. Are pretty much the 3 modes it's got. You can also answer phone calls and stuff, so you don't have to even worry about who's calling. You can just walk over and just press the button and be like, "Oh, what's up, dude? Yeah, we're at the pool still. Come on down. Yeah, we're at the river still. Come on down." You don't have to go get your phone out of your bag or anything. You just answer it right then and there, which is pretty cool because most phones aren't waterproof. I luckily have the SA Plus, which is. But the fact that you can keep your bag in a nice safe area that's hidden away and protected while this thing plays music, especially if you had just a Bluetooth MP3 player, just those little cheap ones you can buy on Amazon for $20, just pair one of those this thing, so it doesn't matter if it gets stolen or not. It's even better. But your phone can be hooked up to this, and the phone can be in a backpack and strapped and tucked underneath or hidden in the sand, whatever, or thrown back in your tent even, and nobody's gonna know it's in your tent. You can answer phone calls and everything if you need to. But that's this thing, and I'm loving it. I don't see how anybody could ever not like this thing. It is freaking spectacular. I literally just wish it was IP68. That's the only thing I have on a knock. A con for it would be that. But that con is not negative, I guess you'd say, for the company, because they didn't advertise that it was. They say splash proof right on their box. They're not misadvertising. They're not misrepresenting. It's not bad Chinese. Everything reads fluid. There is no issues. And I just all around love the device. I love solar charging because if the zombies come, I'm still gonna have power, and it's got a flashlight built in, so I can play my music into my flashlight. I'm pretty sure you might be able to hook an OTG up to this and probably reverse charge something too. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm actually thinking about doing it just to see if I could also use this as a power brick too to charge up my phone, because I won't even have to use my other charging box. I usually just keep this in my backpack at all times. But I really suggest it. Can't go wrong. Comes with the carabiner here, which is really awesome. And then also has Velcro straps that go around it, so you can actually latch it to something as well. Like I said, I threw it in the bottom. I have a bottom pouch on my hiking backpack, and it just slipped right in there, no problem. So if you got one of those, you can do that same type of thing as well, or you can use the straps that come with it and strap to like the bottom of a bag, to the top of a bag, strap it to your cooler, whatever you want. Have a great time, man.